Okay, let's see what number 9 of the dye candy is. Okay, and again, my phone isn't getting this quite right, so I'll try to get a better picture. It's a little more green. That's quite nice. You gonna look at this? Oh yeah. Oh, and you got yours. You should have more green like this, but not quite as the same.
Very Fun Yarns. She's doing the weekly Vlogmas. I'll pause her because we will be chatting over each other. Test knit. Super secret test knit. Somebody's doing some outside. It's really warm. It's going to be a high of Fahrenheit 60 today. So I'm roasting in here, even though it's early morning. Because I'm just not used to it. So, starting the swatch. I actually ordered yarn that's probably a little bit more appropriate from Knit Picks. And my Knit Picks order came and that yarn was not in it. So I contacted them. I still haven't heard back. I'm going to have to ring them because I'm not getting a response to the email. But I was like, I need to go ahead and swatch. And the yarn. So when we went to Dances of Wool, with wool, I was looking specifically for the test knit yarn. So the idea was to get, ideally you'd have singles. Well, they had singles. None of them made me excited. And they were just kind of plain colors. And it was to be like not a stripy project or anything like that. Not a variegated. And I was like, dang. And I looked and looked. And then I just saw this. This is a sport weight. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit later. Brain. It's much later. I'll talk about it now because my brain is working. So I made the swatch. I got perfect gauge and row gauge. So both stitch and row gauge. This is the most expensive yarn I've ever bought in my life and probably will ever buy again. But it was the only one that I saw in the shop that was giving me joy that could possibly get the gauge for the project. And it is La Bien-Aimée, the Nouveau Sport in the colorway Confetti Cake. It's a super fine merino. And I love the neon speckles in it. But I have to say, it was $39.50. And for me personally, I don't think that the yarn justifies the price in that. I felt just as nice yarns that work just as nicely for less. So it's not something I think I would spend that money for again. It was out of my budget, but I needed the yarn and I decided to just go for it. I was going to buy some other yarns there, but I just put them back and bought this instead. So that's my opinion. And yeah, there are a lot of lovely yarns in the world, and this is a lovely yarn, but to me it doesn't justify the price. But I will happily make this super secret test knit with it, and I will enjoy it, which is the main thing, that I will enjoy knitting with a yarn for the test knit.
Morning. Very, very frosty, very cold. Lots of layers. Hot fire going. So this is number 10. You're forgetting the name. Candy? Dye candy. Dye candy. Yeah, dye candy. What did she tell me? It's this one. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Again, slightly greenish, more than the camera is showing, so I'll try to get a better picture of it for you. That's that. Very nice. What do you think? Is it good? And you brought me, it's a thing now, she brings me this, because I guess I bring something out, she brings something out. Very good. Clever dog.
Well, friends, I don't know what happened to my videos of me opening the Advent on day 9 or 10, and I'm looking and editing this about 3:30 in the morning. So you're getting another voiceover. On the 10th, I met what am I doing here with my camera? Anyway, we'll just keep on talking. I met a lovely, lovely new friend, Karen, who was a viewer and was down from Maine to visit her daughter, who is an interpreter at Colonial Williamsburg. This is not her daughter right now, but we went into Colonial Williamsburg on the 10th and went to the little weavers where they do the natural dyeing and weaving and spinning, and that's that was a rug that they made. So it's all by the historic period of the Colonial Williamsburg, all of those methods. And this woman particularly was a font of information. She really was, and told us things actually we didn't know. And I will probably try to remember what those are and go into those maybe in a video where I'm talking about sort of specifically spinning and wool for those of you that are interested in that sort of thing. Then we went and looked at the rare breed sheep, historic era sheep that they have at Colonial Williamsburg. The sheep at the back is the Leicester long wool, and the ones at the front are the Hog Island sheep, which have a really interesting story. They were on Hog Island, which is a little island in the James River, and a hurricane came through and destroyed the few dwellings that were there, and the people just left, and the sheep were left there, and they've really reverted back to like the wild sheep, whereas their fleece isn't really good for spinning. It's full of hair, but they're preserving the breed because it's of really interesting historic value. We also attended one of the free street theater performances that the interpreters put on, and this one Karen's daughter was in, so that was really fun. It was a moving performance. And Colonial Williamsburg is free to go in and walk around, and when they do the street theater like this, of course you can see that you do have to buy a ticket to go into the different buildings. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a magical place, and it's super beautiful. So after watching the performance, her daughter was telling us, so all the houses are decorated in sort of a colonial style, and there are really some really beautiful ones and some interesting ones. Particularly, the daughter was said, go look at the one where there are needle felted rats. And yeah, needle felted rats. So it was interesting from a crafter's point of view, but also because the inspiration for these were rats' nests are really helpful for archaeologists, because you know how rats like to gather things and keep them in their nests. So it's actually, the rats' nests are like a treasure cache for archaeologists. So let me show you those, some of the pictures of the rat's nest decorations for Christmas. I'll just read this to you. Rat Nest Archaeology. Celebrating black rats. They acted as intrepid historians by stealing and hiding artifacts that our museums can study and learn more about the 18th century residents of Williamsburg. All of the items in our wreaths are examples of ones found in rats' nests. How about that? And there's an exhibit on the rat's nest in the museum, so you can learn more. Look.
Oh, look at the rat in the shoe.
Look at all the rats. They're all needle felted. Can you see it? Oh, look at that. The rat in the shoe. That is so cute. Oh my goodness. That is clever. Oh, look at, there's like a little mouse made out of the acorn. Oh, look, there's another one. That's so cute. Oh, this one's in the eggs. I got some lovely yarn from Karen, and I'll show you that in the upcoming videos.
Are you trying to tell me something? It's very early. I just told you to wait. You weren't listening, were you? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Want your dinner? Do you want your dinner? Oh, all right. Okay. Am I going to get in trouble if I don't give you dinner? Oh, okay. Hello, it's Dye Candy, day 11. So, now again, it's lacking the green that my camera doesn't seem to like to do. But it's, I'll try to take a better picture. It's actually a bit more green than this.
Then Tom and Merlin went to Galway and strolled around and went to the Christmas market too.
Okay, Dye Candy day 12. So, shall we check this out? Really? Oh, hello. No, these guys have been in all day and they're waiting for a walk. But you have to wait till I finish this. Okay? I have to do this first. Yeah, then we'll go. Don't worry, we'll go. First you have to look at this. Think? Yeah, okay, it'll go in a minute. Okay, this is, it's looking a bit garish on the phone. It's deeper than this, but again, I'll try to take a better picture. So are you waiting for something? Go for a walk? Okay, they're at the door.